Hi everybody, this is Roberta Shear from KosherEye. I'm here in my KosherEye kitchen and I have a very special guest today in the kitchen. I have my granddaughter Sara Shear. She's from Silver Spring, Maryland, going into 7th grade. Some of you remember my last video, it was with Rifki, her younger sister. Anyway, today we're going to present some sweet recipes that we think are very appropriate for Rosh Hashanah. The first thing we're going to make today is something called monkey bread. I guess that's because monkey bread means that it climbs and climbs, and our monkey bread is made out of challah dough. We've already made the challah dough, and Sarah's going to demonstrate how we build our delicious sweet cinnamon monkey bread. So Sarah, show them what to do. We divided our challah dough into balls, and now Sarah is going to show how to dip the balls into some water and then into our cinnamon sugar, which is simply made with cinnamon and sugar, granulated sugar, and you just kind of roll the balls, and then you take a springform pan, which this is, and you start placing the balls all over the edges of the pan. So I'll let Sarah do that. Sarah, what'd you do this summer?
Well, I went to camp and then I came to my grandparents' house.
And we're so happy to have you. We've been having fun all week. But this is cooking day. We're also getting ready for Shabbos today. And we have a whole other menu to make as well. Sarah is a really good baker, and she shared some of her recipes with me, and I make them all the time. One of her favorite ingredients is cinnamon, isn't it? And the other is, of course, same as her grandmother, chocolate. So let's see if I can help you and we can work on this and get this done pretty quickly.
Look how we're about finished building our monkey bread.
And if you use a smaller springform pan, your monkey bread, sweet cinnamon challah, ends up higher in the pan. We're using our 10-inch springform pan, so ours won't go as high as you could make it. And you also can use extra challah balls. Just do it so you feel comfortable with it and it's enough for your family. And there we go. The thing you do with this next is cover it, let it rise for about a half an hour to an hour, and then you put it in the oven on 350, and we will definitely be doing that and show you how it comes out. So right now we're going to cover it with plastic, set it aside, and go on to our next sweet recipe. We've covered our sweet cinnamon challah bread with plastic, and now we're setting it aside to rise. Usually when we make any sort of yeast bread, we like it to double. So we will, through the magic of video, we'll show you what this looks like when it's doubled, and we're putting it in the oven. Now we're going to start on another sweet recipe that Sarah's going to demonstrate. And the recipe came from the Beis Yaakov Cookbook 2. This is a wonderful cookbook, and there are so many recipes in here that I look forward to trying. But the first one we tried is this honey cookie with vanilla recipe, and that's the one Sarah's going to show how to do. Go ahead, Sarah.
So these are our honey cookies that we prepared, and we are going to show you how to make the vanilla glaze. So first I'm going to pour in 2 tablespoons of almond milk.
By the way, the honey cookie recipe is going to be on KosherEye, so you can easily look it up, as well as all the recipes we're demonstrating today.
And then I have a tablespoon of lemon juice.
And sometimes we need to put extra liquid in. You can either use soy milk for your liquid, or you can use almond milk, or really any kind of milk. If you're doing these dairy, you can just use dairy milk. Anyway, let's see what the consistency looks like and if it's ready for the cookies. That looks pretty good. What do you think, Sara?
I think it looks great.
Yum.
And we're just gonna put a squirt of honey in to make it sweet for Rosh Hashanah.
This honey is particularly wonderful. I've just recently discovered it. It's called Local Hive Honey, and it's by Rice's Honey. And you can purchase honey from different parts of the U.S. They're honey from the Southwest, Northwest, just about anywhere, and it's locally produced. So of course, we live in Atlanta, so the first honey I'm trying from Local Honey is from the Southeast. And it says that it has floral notes of basswood, pepper, citrus, clover, and goldenrod. Anyway, that's what we put in our cookies.
Now we are gonna put the glaze on the cookies. So we're gonna take a spoonful.
The instructions in the book tell you to dip the cookies, but we are just taking a shortcut here and putting the glaze on, and we're going to put the finished cookies on this pan, which is from USA Pan. Nothing sticks. I don't even have to use parchment paper on these pans. They're amazing. So go ahead and put your cookies. And Sara's just going to continue glazing the cookies until they're all done. We're finishing up our delicious honey vanilla cookies, and Sara's got them almost all frosted. Sara, what's your favorite recipe to cook at home?
I like cooking about every recipe. I like desserts the most.
Desserts, because you like to eat desserts, right? Yeah, Sara's just like her Bubbie. We love desserts. How many brothers and sisters do you have, as if I didn't know?
I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers.
Yes, it's a nice big family, and we're so happy to have all of them. Each of them, I wish each of them would come cook with me in my kitchen. Anyway, here we are. All the cookies are frosted, and now we basically just need them to set. I see I moved it to set and harden a little.
Our sweet cinnamon challah monkey bread has risen, and we added some cinnamon sugar on top since we had extra, and we thought it would taste good. And now we're going to put it in the oven.
Our sweet cinnamon challah monkey bread is now out of the oven, and as you see, it came out just beautifully. We would recommend, after doing this, that you place a tray under the challah bread, under the springform pan as it bakes, because you do get some of that delicious cinnamon syrup seeping out the sides. Anyway, we can't wait to try this, and Sara's idea was to put some extra cinnamon and sugar on the top, since we made too much and we have some left over, and as you can see, the top is sprinkled with even more cinnamon sugar. And we love it so much, even though we were going to save it for Yontif, guess what? We're probably going to eat it tonight at our Shabbos meal. So we highly recommend the cinnamon sugar challah. Now, Sara, tell them about our cookies.
Well, these are our cookies finished. Now I'm just going to give them a little taste.
These were the sweet honey cookies. So how did you like the cookies, Sara?
They're really delicious.
Sara and I both tasted the cookies, and they're really delicious. I hesitated adding lemon to it, which is in the recipe, but it was a really great ingredient because it adds a little tartness to the cookie. And then Sara and I also added a squeeze of honey. It was so good, and now we're going to finish our cookie. We want to wish all of you a happy, healthy new year, full of good health and good times.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova, everybody.